Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Peace. Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available summer 2025 and a half. BC, the album. Dad, shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. I didn't even do the shimmies. Shimmy, shimmy. I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid. I got in a fight. Kiss me once. Come on, testing. Come on, pretty baby. Kiss me deadly. Little Lita Ford for you. I did not go to a party on Saturday night. And I might have got laid, but I didn't get into a fight. I did not go to a party Saturday night. Saturday night, I watched a lot of TV shows. My husband and I watched the new movie with Sarah Paulson. Oh my God. Called Hold Your Breath. Don't hold your breath for it. It's horrible. It was so bad. So we watched that, and then I can't remember what else I watched that night. I think I finished, I don't even remember, Dark Winds. I've been watching so many shows. And today, sitting right here in the same spot, I just filmed my 38-minute reaction to the 4th episode of season 19 of Sister Wives. So over on my Peter Watches TV channel, I am covering Sister Wives every Monday, reactions to that. And this week, starting on Tuesday night, tomorrow night, starts the season premiere of, I think it's season 6 of 1,000-Pound Sisters. So every Wednesday, I will be doing my reactions to Amy and Tammy Slayton and the rest of the Slayton family over on Sister Wives. I'll be doing that every Wednesday on my Peter Watches TV channel. And in between there, I will be covering other shows. I have true crime shows to cover. I have trending shows to cover. I can actually tell you what I have on my, let's see, the new shows that are coming out this week that I will be watching. Well, I'm watching the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm watching Real Housewives of Orange County, Real Housewives of New York, Sister Wives, 1,000-Pound Sisters, Big Brother, but this next Sunday is the season finale of that. Who are y'all rooting for? Okay, Only Murders in the Building comes out tonight from season 3. Oh my God, it's so good. That's on Sunday. I already watched that. Survivor on Wednesdays, Golden Bachelorette on Wednesdays, Grotesquerie is on Thursdays. I started Criminal Minds season 1. There's 22 episodes in season 1. And then I'm also watching Dragula. Dragula started last week. So the new shows that are coming out this week, well, Heartstopper season 3 came out this last week. My husband watched it yesterday. He said it was fantastic, season 3. Joan came out on the CW. Okay, on 10/10 on Max comes Cato Lake, which is supposed to be so good and so scary. The Hunt for the Chameleon Killer is on AMC on 10/10, and that is a true crime series. The Menendez Brothers documentary comes out today on Netflix, so I'll be watching that tonight and probably covering that tomorrow on my Peter Watches TV channel. Sweet Pea, a new, very scary series, comes out on the 9th, and Teacup comes out on the 10th on Peacock. Both of those are supposed to be very scary. So those are the shows that I'll be covering. But I have lots of shows, if you guys want to know. All the shows I'll be covering over there. Sister Wives, Salem's Lot. I watched Salem's Lot 2024 version of it last night. The Tik Tok Murders, Hold Your Breath, Dark Winds, Little Miss Innocent, True Crime. Welcome to Plathville, the finale that happened last week. The best Walking Dead spinoffs, because I'm finishing The World Beyond, and then I'll have watched all of them, and Daryl Dixon just started up again with season 2. The Tyler Henry Psychic Show on Netflix, which is The Girl in the Milk Carton True Crime, The Watchers movie on Max, Taken Together, the True Crime, At Wit's End, the True Crime, Lost Women of Highway 20 True Crime, Defending Jacob on Apple, my top 10 true crime documentaries of life, Cropsey True Crime documentary, Pillowcase Murders documentary, and The Jenks 2. Those are all the shows I have over there. I'm having so much fun on my Peter Watches TV channel. If you like to watch TV, you like to talk about TV, I'm literally like a show will come out on Netflix or Apple somewhere, and I watch it, binge watch it, and turn around the next day, and I am covering it over there. So today we're going to talk about Shane Dawson, but before I do, now last year, I don't know how long you've watched my videos. I've got all my lip care right here. We're going to do some lip care. It's a lip thing. If anybody knows who said that back in the late 80s, early 90s on David Letterman, it's a lip thing. Does anybody remember that? Anyway, put it in the comment section below. But last Christmas, for those of you that did not watch my, I don't know what was wrong with you, but if you missed Moose Gate last year, Moose Gate was when I bought all this Christmas bedding, okay? And the first set of sheets, I believe they were like gray and white, and they were flannel sheets, and they had moose on them that I said were deer. I can't remember how it went now. I think I said they were deer and they were actually moose. And then everybody was like, Peter, that's not a deer, that's a moose. And then I had a second pair of sheets that I had ordered at the same time that were like red and green and Christmas colors and stuff. And they had deer and moose on them too. And so like Moosegate 2024 was, and 2023, 2024. Moosegate 2023-24 was, what is it? Are they moose or are they deer? We still don't know. But somebody actually sent me a moose and a deer stuffed animal so that I could tell the difference. We will be bringing Moosegate back to, the bedding is all down the basement. I just like rewashed it and folded it and stuff ready for winter. But now, if you watch my Peter Does Stuff channel, we have Heartgate 2024. I know that Heartgate sounds like something that would come out in Valentine's Day, but I need to address this. It's very, very serious. So I always buy a lot of like Christmas bedding every year. I get really excited about it. I love like the red tartan plaid comforters and all that kind of stuff. We have like 5 of them now. So anyway, I was like, I want to, for the month of October, Halloween's my favorite holiday. I was like, I want to buy some Halloween bedding. I was like, I've never bought Halloween bedding before. Got my mom's, cleaned up my front porch last night, weeded the front walk. So everything looks great out there. So I was like, I want to get some Halloween bedding. So I started looking on Amazon. And no, I'm not linking any affiliate links, but if I did, I would disclose appropriately, like, unlike all these other YouTubers that don't know how to do that. But anyway, we'll get into that later, talking about Shane Dawson today. But I didn't really like any of the comforters. They just weren't kind of like really my style. The only one that was kind of my style was this like white and black one that has all these ghosties on it. My husband does not love it. I said it's for less than 31 days, okay? Because the day after Halloween, Christmas stuff's going up. So I got to put this on here sometime today. I still got to wash this stuff and put it on here today or tomorrow. See, it's got all these kind of different ghosties. But that's not Heartgate, okay? I wanted some sheets to go along with it. So I searched on Amazon Halloween sheets. And these sheets came up, okay? These Betsy Johnson sheets. Now, I love Betsy Johnson. I love her designs and all that kind of stuff. I've been a long fan ever since high school. Betsy Johnson, love her. We were actually, the week that we got married, our friend picked us up from the airport and she took us to brunch at the Four Seasons Hotel. And when we were leaving, there was this woman with these 2 guys walking out and she kept on looking at my husband. And we were like sitting out with them too, like when we were eating brunch. But anyway, she turned around and she said something about my husband. She said something like, he's hot or something like that. And my friend later was like, that was Betsy Johnson. I was like, what? Oh my God, that was Betsy Johnson. She thinks my husband's hot. See, when somebody finds your husband or, you know, your partner attractive, that's flattering because they're with you. See, so that's flattering. But anyway, I've loved Betsy Johnson forever. So I bought these sheets. See, now we're just going to give you a quick glance at them, okay? Now, I think they look kind of cute. People are like, they don't match at all. They kind of do match a little bit. I mean, not really, but we're kind of into that these days, right? So anyway, when I Amazon searched Halloween sheets, these sheets came up, okay? So, now, I have to have reading glasses for everything. So I'm looking at them and I'm like, oh, they're like black and white and then they have these like orange little tags off of it. That must be what makes them Halloween. They have these little orange tags that go off to the side. So I show them to my husband, right? And he's like, why did you buy for Halloween sheets that have hearts on them? And I'm like, they don't have hearts on them. What are you talking about? And I didn't even go back and look at them. I was like, they're orange tags. They're not hearts. He's like, I'm pretty sure they're hearts, but if you want to put them on the bed for Halloween, that's fine, right? He does not care. So anyway, I showed him in my Peter Does Stuff channel, and all these people were like, in the hall, and all these people were like, this is Heartgate 2024. Peter, those are hearts. Those are not orange. I don't know what I thought they were like those little tags you put like in books, you know, like those orange little sticky tags. That's what I thought these were, okay? Do you see? Okay. So I talked about it in my vlog, and people like looked on Amazon, and they were like, those are hearts. I looked at the sheets. So I said in my vlog yesterday, I said, so this is what happened, okay? I got all these comments about it. I was like, I know that there are no hearts on those sheets. I know that there are no hearts on those sheets, okay? I know that they are orange tags. People are like, Heartgate 2024. I was like, no, we're not making this into another moose deer thing, okay? I know that those are tags. They're little orange tags off the side. They're not hearts. Why would I buy sheets that have hearts on them? Why would they be listed for Halloween on Amazon? That doesn't make any sense, right? So I go pull out my phone the other night. I'm like, I'm going to take a picture of this and put it up on my Instagram. So I get my reading glasses out. And I go over here and I'm like, I'm taking a picture of this, right? I'm taking a picture because I am positive that hold on a second. I am positive that this is not a heart, okay? I'm like, I know a heart when I see one. It's straight up a heart. I was so excited to prove the world wrong. I was like, I'm going to prove my husband wrong. I'm going to prove all these people wrong. I was like, I am 100% sure that now I know, hold on a second, now I know that this is absolutely 100% a heart. It's a heart. So we are now entering the phase of Heartgate 2024. Okay, today we're going to talk about Shane Dawson. So let me get my lip gear ready. It's a lip thing. Anyway, I'm going to use the magic, I'm going to go in with the number 5, Magic Mermaid, only from Morphe. Not. Anyway, not. Aw, did you guys hear that Madonna's brother passed away? That's so sad, isn't it? Do you guys remember seeing him in the Truth or, did you ever watch Truth or Dare, the documentary? Love that. So anyway, condolences to Madonna and her family on the passing of her brother. That was so sad. I saw that come up just like yesterday or the day before. Okay, so let me tell you how this video is coming to be made. And I know that people are like, so it's interesting when I cover, look at this. Oh my God, the kissing potion back in the day. Somebody sent this to me. I'm so excited. Okay, so it's interesting whenever I make, hold on, I have to let that bake a little bit. It's interesting when I make Shane Dawson videos, right? Well, first of all, I really can't make videos about anybody anymore because there's always somebody that gets mad. Drama commentary channels, apparently, other than Peter Monn, can talk about anybody. Nobody ever says anything. Nobody gets upset about it. But if I make a video about Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, Toddy Westbrook, James Charles, Shane Dawson, Trisha Paytas, Robbie DeChristie, she brings out the people, okay? I mean, I can't talk about anybody anymore. I don't know what y'all want me to do, okay? Even when I do, like, am I an asshole the video, then people are like, yes, you are, and you shouldn't be reading these. It's like, I can't do anything on this channel anymore. So, you know what? I'm just going to do whatever I want. The harder people push me, the more I'm going to lean into it. I'm just going to tell you that right now, okay? The more people are like, don't talk about Robbie DeChristie, the more I'm going to talk about Robbie DeChristie. I'm just, hey, listen, okay? I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about over here. Period. In the story, you know? So anyway, but it's interesting, like, the audience, okay? And whenever I do, like, a video about Shane Dawson, he's, like, a good example of this. Like, he's very polarizing to talk about. Like, it doesn't really, like, I did a Robbie DeChristie video the other day, and I was very, very fair. I mean, people even reached out to me, and they were like, that was the fairest video you've ever done of Robbie DeChristie. I was very fair. I was not shady at all, and people still were upset. How dare you talk about Christy? Leave Christy alone. She should sue you. For what? Giving her good advice? What's she gonna sue me for in a court of law? Sue me for giving me good advice? Okay. Anyway, so people are like, she didn't really ever call you. Okay, you want me to throw up the DMs? I have no problem doing that, okay? I've never done that before with anybody else, but I don't have a problem doing that. To show you that Robbie DeChristie, in her most desperate measures, absolutely 100% did reach out to me. Okay. So anyway, but it's interesting when I do Shane Dawson videos, for example, okay? That it's a very it's like Trisha Paytas, it's very polarizing. Like, you either get the people that are like, they're done with Shane, they don't ever want to hear about Shane again, you can't, like, if I say anything nice, then they're kind of pissed that I say anything nice. If I say anything mean, then I piss off the fans, okay? Well, I saw this person the other day that commented, and I literally said in my video, like, something about being jealous of these people. People always say I'm jealous of these people. I said, hell yes, I'd love to have their money. Are you kidding me? I'd love to put out one video a month and have 2 houses in 2 different states, a working farm, and just sit on my ass all day long. I would love that, okay? I wouldn't be like I said with Jeffree Star. I think he was who I was talking about. I wouldn't just be sitting in TikTok lives all day long in a pink robe. No, ma'am. I'd be traveling around in the world in PJs, okay? Like Robbie DeChristie called them. Private jets. I'd be traveling all over the world, living my best life, okay? Taking a friend here, taking a friend there. I'd be calling up some of my friends and being like, you want to go here? Let's go here, okay? I wouldn't be just sitting in my house in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, okay? I would be living my best life if I had that kind of money. Oh, hell yes, I'm jealous of their money, okay? Hell yes. Never said I wasn't, okay? But anyway, and if I had those kind of subscribers and views, I would want to make my subscribers happy for giving me that kind of life. I would be posting on a regular basis. I would want to do things that made them happy because they gave you that life that you have. That's so amazing. I'm so incredibly grateful for the people that watch my videos that allow me to sit on my bed and stay at home with my dog all day long and film videos and talk about whatever I want to talk about. But, so Shane Dawson, I noticed in this last video that I talked about him, and I wasn't even really, like, I think it was the video that initiated this video, okay? Which was where I was talking about that I was just kind of rolling through. It was my rant video that I did last. And I was talking about how I just kind of, like, rolled through different people's Instagrams, and I was looking at them, and I came upon this picture of Shane Dawson. In the picture, well, it's like 5 pictures. He's got like Angela from Big Brother on there, and he's got like him eating ice cream. In one picture, he's holding his child, one of his children, in like this store and whatever. It's a cute picture of him. And I said in there that like Shane Dawson's lost a lot of weight. Now, I'm going to say this. This video is going to be about Shane Dawson's weight loss, okay? And his walking and things like that. If that's triggering to you to talk about weight loss, this is probably not the video for you. I'm going to share my story. I'm going to talk about him, all that kind of stuff. So if this is, and no, it's not going to be a body shaming video or any of that kind of stuff. So if you're there for this, if you're here for that, that's not what this is going to be, okay? But I said that in the video. I was very nice to Shane. I talked in there about how, and this is where people are like, they so have it set in their mind that I hate these people, that even when I say something nice about these people, they still hear it as hate, right? And I said in there that, unlike, you know, everybody else in the world, Shane Dawson, because of the allegations that have come out and because people just don't like Shane, he is not able to just take a picture of him and his kids out somewhere because people will so highly criticize him. And I think it's kind of sad, you know? The rest of us have Facebook and Instagram to document our lives. I even feel like that to some degree. Like, I don't put my family on there at all, okay? Because so many people have searched them out and followed them and all this. It's so weird that I understand Shane Dawson wanting to be protective of his kids. I respect that. I respect it. And I said in that video that, you know, there was a lot of speculation that they were going to turn, like, Ryland's channel into a family vlogging channel, and they haven't done that, you know? And I think that's great. They talk about it from here to there. But they really don't at all, you know? Not much. And I think I respect it, but it also kind of makes me sad that Shane doesn't feel like he can show his kids. I mean, he's a father. He should be able to show his kids. Every other father in the world's posting pictures of their kids, you know, at their birthday party, and Shane doesn't feel like he can do that, right? And so I said that in there. And in there, I said, oh my God, like, Shane looks really healthy. Like, Shane's lost a lot of weight. He's lost a considerable amount of weight, okay? A considerable amount of weight. Like, impressive, inspiring to me as somebody that has been trying to lose weight for 30 years, okay? Shane Dawson, he looks good. He looks healthy. And so, and I will say this, that maybe he's 3 steps ahead, because Nikocado Avocado has lost a lot of weight, but Nikocado Avocado doesn't look healthy to me. Nikocado Avocado looks unhappy. He looks miserable in those videos, and Shane Dawson has lost quite a bit of weight, and he's shared about his struggles with weight. It's one of the things that I related to as Shane back in the day. Shane would talk about how he had really thick legs, and he would I think I referred to him in a video, my legs, as tree trunk legs, and he responded in a video saying something about how he related to that. I relate to it. I have related to Shane Dawson's struggle with weight, because I struggle similarly, you know, and Shane Dawson and I have very similar body types, and so I relate to that, and so when he would share about his journey in the past, I really related to it. So the fact that he has lost a lot of weight by walking is super inspiring to me, especially since that's something that I've been doing. For those of you that don't know, I've been on a weight loss journey. This is week 34. In 2 weeks I took off, so it's really week 36, okay? Now, for the last 32 weeks, I've been stuck between 207 and 208, okay? I cannot go up. I could go up. I cannot get down, okay? I cannot lose weight. So when I saw this, and I said something about a video, people started saying, oh, he's walking. Did you not know he bought all these walking pads? I did not know. I don't keep up with Shane Dawson like that, but that was inspiring to me. Because I'm like, if this weight loss is from walking, like, wow, then I can achieve that, right? Like, then that's achievable to me, and that was inspiring. And so I looked into this. Well, I said that in a video the other day, and there's a person that's very, very well-spoken for being 12 years old, and has left multiple comments on my videos. I think it was something like 98 comments or something, all in defense of Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. She was very well-spoken, was very upset that I was talking about Shane. Don't talk about, you are so jealous of Shane Dawson. Well, I went and looked at her YouTube channel because I was like, this gal's left me quite a few comments, and I looked, and she's like a 12-year-old making videos. First of all, I think your mom needs to hire a babysitter and keep you off of YouTube, okay? I don't think a 12-year-old needs to be posting YouTube videos, okay? I'm just telling you right now, all right? And if you do, then I hope it's monitored by your mommy and your daddy. But apparently, these videos are not, okay? Because I watched 1 or 2 of them. Number 2, my videos are marked not made for children, okay? So you don't need to be posting over here anymore. And what I realized in that moment was that a lot of these people that I think have issues, specifically with like James Charles, Shane Dawson, and Jeffree Star, are people that like are kids. So I was like, okay, well, that puts it kind of in perspective to me. But anyway, so then I started looking into this because I mentioned it in that video, and I started getting a lot of comments, and people were like, Peter, did you not know that he's walking like 45 to, somebody said 70. I couldn't find documentation on that, but people were saying that he was walking like 40,000 steps a day. And I was like, damn, girl, 40,000 steps a day. Now, when I was at the height of my walking, some nights, fast-paced, okay? I was walking around my neighborhood. I was walking, and I'm hoping to get back to that starting tonight, hopefully. But there's always tomorrow. I was walking about 2.5 hours a night, an hour and a half to 2.5 hours. 2.5 was the highest. About an hour to an hour and a half most nights, hour and a half. And I was walking fast, and I was maybe reaching 18 to 20,000 steps max. And so 40,000, now I was like, what is going on here? Well, when I looked at his Instagram and I looked underneath his latest picture that I was talking about, I noticed that a lot of people were commenting on it. Now I'm going to forever have this picture in my phone of this stupid heart. I got to delete this. Hold on a second. This is going to drive me crazy. Okay, so I started noticing that the comments underneath here were interesting. Like somebody said, Shane's Ozempic era, love. Okay, and there's all these people I'm noticing online that are speculating if Shane Dawson is on Ozempic. And then somebody put, okay, this is like the top comment on his Instagram. Okay, skinny legend, go off. And somebody said, right? Like, oop, okay, king, pop off. And somebody said he looks great. And somebody said he does. He's a walk star now. Well, that completely went over my head, right? And then somebody said, I literally just thought the same thing. I mean, I'm sure that happens when you have a treadmill in every room. LOL, maybe he's on something. But they're even speculating he's on something. But I'm like, treadmill in every room. Then here's again, somebody saying that he is on something like Ozempic, right? And then somebody commented underneath here and they said, yes, are you on Ozempic? You are getting smaller, okay? And underneath here, like, I can't see the comments underneath here, but somebody said, girl, I asked him a question. How is it insulting? Get out your feelings. No one was even addressing you. And then they're going back and forth and they're fighting about this Ozempic thing, right? Okay, well, let me just tell you about my stance on Ozempic, since I have, and I know that this won't be a popular opinion to a lot of people, because, whatever, semaglutide, whatever you want to do, okay? A lot of people are doing semaglutide through the aesthetics and all this kind of stuff. So I've talked a lot about this actually on my Peter Does Stuff channel. So that when I'm in my skinny legend era and all these people come out and they're like, oh, you're on Ozempic, then there'll be like history of it. I don't really care if people think I'm on Ozempic and I lost weight on Ozempic, first of all. I don't really care, okay? I have had friends of mine that have done Ozempic, Majoran, semaglutide, and some of them have lost weight and some of them haven't lost a pound. I've had friends of mine that have been on those things and gained weight, okay? I've had some of my friends that have had no side effects and some of my friends that have had major side effects. I've had some people that have done fantastically on it and feel great. They feel the greatest they've ever been. And I've had other people that I know in my life that feel like shit and they get off of it real quick, okay? And so when my doctor approached me about it, because my doctors want me to get under 200 pounds, I am like between 207 and 208. I cannot get below 200 pounds, partly because of total laziness, partly because I'm not getting my ass out there and walking like Shane Dawson, and mostly because of total laziness, okay? So anyway, I mean, that's just the truth, right? I mean, I know the things I need to do to lose weight. I'm just not doing them. But last week, if you watch my Peter Watches, so I'm documenting it every week on Thursdays. So last week, I met with a nutritionist and I also met with a personal trainer. And so I'm working with the both of them to come up with a plan. And so anyway, that's over on that channel. But when I was watching this come out, okay, so when I met with my doctor, so I meet with my primary care physician, all my doctors to talk about stuff. We talked about weight. I can't remember when it was. It was sometime like, I think like last winter. He brought up the idea of me going on like Ozempic or Majoran. There was actually 3 of them. The Majoran and the Ozempic you do like, I think once a week. And the third one was like every day. And he was like, I think that you're actually a perfect candidate for these things. And he was like, because this would maybe be a starting point for you to lose some weight. And to be honest with you, I wasn't totally against it. Like I said, I've had a lot of friends that have done it. And I've had a lot of friends that didn't. But when I talked to him, I had pancreatitis last, a year ago in April. My pancreatitis was directly related to me being on Depakote. It was a side effect of my Depakote from epilepsy. So they changed that. I'm now on Keppra. So the chance of me having pancreatitis again is not great. But there's a high risk with certain of these medications. I think Ozempic, not Majoran. There's a high risk of people that have had pancreatitis in the past having pancreatitis again. Okay, that was some of the most painful shit I've ever had in my entire life. I'm not going through it again. So whatever I can do to prevent that, I'm going to do it. So that was my number one thing. Well, I think the number one thing was that my doctor said to me, here's the thing. First of all, you're not pre-diabetic, so insurance is not going to cover it. And he said, so you're going to have to pay out of pocket. Second of all, I don't want you going, it's fine that people are doing these things, but since you're under my medical care, I would rather you come to me and get it through me. You're talking about $1,400 to $1,700 a month. I wasn't even against it that. Or then, I was like, okay, well, I will try it for 6 months and pay that. But then he said to me, here's the issue, okay? That we're seeing that people that are on Ozempic and Majoran, they lose a lot of weight while they're off of it. But when they don't make lifestyle changes, they don't start working out, they don't start eating healthier, they don't start doing these things. As soon as they get off of it, they gain all their weight back. It's just like any other diet. So as soon as you get off of it, you gain all your weight back, unless you make those lifestyle changes. He goes, if you're going to be on it, you have to make the lifestyle changes. I said, okay. I think this was in March, because I said, give me till September. Let me see if I can lose the weight on my own, and then we'll revisit this, because I had another appointment in September. Well, I didn't lose the weight. But he brought it back up again, and I said, no, I think I'm out, because the pancreatitis thing. The pancreatitis thing came up later, because my husband brought it to me, and some other people brought it to me, and I was like, no, that's a risk I don't want to take. Plus, I just don't want a quick fix. And he's like, we're going to start seeing that people are going to have to be on this for their life if they don't make these lifestyle changes. So I know that I need to make the lifestyle changes. Plus, for me, it's not just about losing weight. I want to be healthy overall, right? When I've gotten older, dental care, full physical, all that kind of stuff is more important to me, because I want to have full over better health. So when I saw this Shane Dawson stuff come up, and people are leaving me comments, and people are DMing me about, don't you know this walking challenge he's doing, whatever, it was real inspiring to me. I was like, okay, so to get back to the Ozempic thing, well, first of all, it was real inspiring to me. So I was like, I wanted to look into this more, because I think when people say the thing about Ozempic, it's almost kind of like we use it as like this derogatory thing. I know people don't necessarily always mean it that way, because a lot of people that are probably commenting on it, a lot of them are probably on Ozempic and Mounjaro and those things too, right? I've said this in my last couple of videos and talking about other people that people have speculated about, like Jaclyn Hill. People always speculate that when she loses weight, she's on, The Shot and whatever. That's what they call it, the reality shows The Shot. It's interesting because, like, on reality TV, all these people like Marlo Hampton, Erica from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, they'll all come on and say, yeah, I was on The Shot. That's how I lost all the weight. They don't have a problem saying it, right? But on YouTube, it's like this no-no. Like, you don't do it because of all these different things. Like, it's taking, the drugs away from these people. It's harder for them to get. And that is true. And I do understand all that, right? But it's like this big no-no. And what I've said, and if there are these videos out there, I have not seen them. So you can point to me in the direction of those if you feel, I'm not going to go that direction, but if you want to leave it in the comment section, feel free to. But I've said, if one of these people that was a bigger influencer out there actually did it and was willing to share their experience on camera and say, I want to share authentically what my experience was like on Ozempic or Mounjaro, I think that it would be destigmatized. I think that people wouldn't look at it in the same way. Like, that's an easy fix, or you shouldn't do it. When people started getting like weight loss surgeries and things like that back in the day, whether they needed them medically or whether they were doing it, people would always say it's the easy out, right? And so I think that was the way that people looked at it. There's still a lot of people that think that way. Have your opinion, okay? But I think that was the connotation or the stigma with weight loss surgery back in the day, the same way that it has it, the Ozempic and Mounjaro and the shots and things like that have it today. It's like it's the easy out. When that's not necessarily the case for a lot of these people. And it doesn't necessarily work that quickly for a lot of these people, And so if people could authentically share their story online, instead of it just being like, oh, you lost a lot of weight, you must be on Ozempic, right? Like, that's the go-to. When maybe a lot of these people are working out. Hell, Shane Dawson's proving that he's walking over 40, 50,000 steps a day. That's a lot of steps. Are you walking 40 or 50,000 steps a day? Because I can tell you, I'm not. They went around in one of these podcasts and they each showed Jared, his wife, Chris, that Spencer, the new guy on there, Rylan, they all showed their steps of how many they were walking a day. And some of them were like, listen, I'm pretty sedentary unless I'm out walking. So I was like right up there with the 3,000 to 4,000 group, okay, that they weren't leaving their house. And it was kind of funny. So last night so I wanted to look more into this because I was like, so Shane Dawson's walking? Is he really walking? Like, all these people are like saying, oh, it's about Ozempic. Which, even if it was about Ozempic, who cares? But then I was seeing people putting on there that he's binge walking. And I was talking to my friend Nikki about it. My friend Nikki was like, what's he going to do? Overdose on walking? Like, it's kind of ridiculous that it's like, okay, first of all, when people find out that he's not on the shots, because that was bad, right? If you lose, like, people criticize people for being overweight. But then when you are on the shot, that's bad. But then when you find out it's not on the shot, that he's actually walking to lose weight, then we got to put him down somehow. So now he's binge walking. And he even says in one of his podcasts that he's like, yeah, I'm kind of getting addicted to it because I have, treadmills in all the rooms. Like, I'm trying to see, like, if I can, like, beat Ryland every day and I can beat this person every day. This is going to stop in a second. Hold on. I really didn't think this video was going to go this long. But he talks in there about, he refers to himself as getting addicted. Now, as a person that's been sober, and I'm just saying this for anybody else's benefit out there, yes, you can become cross-addicted, and people talk about being addicted to exercise and weight loss and things like that. It's not really the same thing. The consequences aren't the same, okay? And that's what my friend Nikki was saying. It's not like if you're walking 50,000 miles a day, you're going to die of an overdose of walking, okay? Unless you're not being healthy, drinking water, taking care of yourself in other ways, okay? It's not like if you're overdosing on heroin. Let's just call it for what it is. I understood what he was saying in the thing, okay? I've said that in my own life about things, you know? There was a period of my life, I know it's hard to believe, where I got very addicted to working out. I was working out every single day. I was manically watching what I ate. I mean, this was like in my late 20s. So I understood what he was saying, right? But it's not necessarily addiction. He's just having he's you know, getting excited and obsessed about it. But he's not, I mean, it's an addiction. He's getting addicted to it, but not like it's a problem. Well, now people are saying that he's binge walking, okay? And they're criticizing that. I'm like, this is the thing I don't like, okay, about the internet. And that I get lumped into this, well, you're bullying everybody for everything. No, I've seen people out there that will literally pick you apart. There are people out there that pick me apart for everything, okay? My marriage, I'm lying about my recovery. Yeah, okay, because I was sober for 15 years or something before I ever got on YouTube. So for 15 years of sobriety, the end goal was that I got sober solely to get on YouTube, lie to 200,000 people at a time that YouTube didn't even exist, and I dreamed up in my head that it was going to exist. I've lied about having epilepsy. I've lied about my dog having epilepsy. I lie about this. I lie about my marriage. My husband's leaving me tomorrow. This is the thing, right? When you pick apart somebody like that, and I've said this for years with drama commentary, okay? When you pick apart somebody for every little thing they do, it really takes away from any huge issue you have with them, okay? I've had some issues with Shane Dawson in the past. I've made that very, very clear. But if I was a channel that was turning around and making a video every single day or every other day, or had something to say about it every single day and nitpicking apart, I said this just about Robbie DeChristie the other day. I have 2 issues with her, okay? I have an issue with the James Charles situation, and I have an issue with the anti-LGBT situation. 2 issues she has not come out and addressed that are pretty huge issues. The rest of it, I don't have any issues with her at all. I liked Christy before all that. I was one of her biggest fans. I was rooting for her to get to 1 million subscribers. I was excited for her when she did, you know? She supported me, I supported her, you know, socially, or on social media and things like that. When you're picking apart somebody for every little move they make, it really takes away, and what it really truly says is you really are a hater. It really takes away from the bigger issue of what you really have an issue with, okay? My issue with Christy is that she hasn't come out and addressed these things. That's it. And I think they're pretty big issues. We're not talking about her lying about, no, she really isn't making the bread, she bought the bread. I could give a fuck about that, okay? I could give a fuck if she's buying bread and acting like she's making it. More power to her if it works for her, okay? I don't really care about that. I'm not gonna even suggest or guess about her family. And I said in the video, I'm not going there with her family. So when people want to pick apart this stuff and say he's binge walking, oh, first it was Ozempic, now he's binge walking. I'm like, let this man live his life. He seems really happy. I watched a couple of his podcasts last night because I was in my book club last night. Hey, everybody in the book club, True Crime Book Club was yesterday. And I was in there, and at the very end, I said, I know this is because we don't talk about drama in the book club, okay? I mean, unless it has to do with true crime. But I said at the very end, I said to my book club partner, I said, do you care if I ask a drama question? She's like, no, go ahead. And there was not many people in there. And I said, is anybody in here like a big Shane Dawson fan that could help me out with something I'm looking for? And Lauren, hey Lauren, how are you? Lauren said yes. She's like, I said, that watches everything that Shane Dawson does. And she said yes. And I said, can you DM me? I have a question for you. So she DM'd me, and I said to her, can you point me in the direction of where Shane Dawson is talking about this, like, walking? Because at that point, I thought he was just getting in a podcast talking about, I'm walking here, I'm walking there. Oh, no. That's not it at all, okay? So I went in and I looked, and hold on a second. I was really surprised by this, especially with all these comments, okay, with people that are speculating that it's Ozempic and all this kind of stuff, because they must not be watching his videos, because when I went in here and looked, and she pointed me in the direction of all this stuff, I have all these screenshots, okay. So he goes in here, and I don't know the dates, but he goes in here and he starts talking about how he's a walk star, okay, because he's walking so much. He talks about how he's obsessed with these walking pads. Well, what's interesting about this is that when it rains in Indianapolis or it's cold outside, people in my vlog have told me to buy a walking pad. So when I saw that Shane Dawson, I initially was like, well, what walking pad did he buy? Little did I know he's got them in every room. He's working on them on desks and things like that. So I was really excited. Somebody even said, well, don't use his affiliate code. I don't use nobody's affiliate code, so I wouldn't use Shane Dawson's, but I don't even think he has one on here for it. I think that would have been a way for him to make a lot of money. Now, I will say, in looking at these, I was kind of surprised, because there is one part of one of these podcasts where Shane Dawson talks about it being sponsored. And I noticed, I went back and I looked, and the paid programming button isn't hidden at the beginning of the video. And the sponsorship is hidden halfway through, and it says this sponsored by, but it's hidden. It's not disclosed appropriately. And I'm like, you know what? Shane Dawson, you know better than that, okay? Shane Dawson is somebody that is disclosed appropriately for years. I know it's a podcast. He still has to do that, okay? It's a video on YouTube. You have to hit the paid placement, and he has to disclose it appropriately above the more bar. He didn't do that, okay? And I'm like, Shane Dawson and Rylan are people that usually disclose appropriately. So for me to look at multiple podcasts last night and none of them were done, I was really surprised by that. I mean, as hard as the FTC is coming down. So Shane, you've disclosed appropriately in the past. I don't know. I know you do your own editing. You need to keep up on that because you don't want to get fined about that. And I'm being very nice about this, okay? So anyway, I go in here and I'm reading these things. And they're talking about, he's like, what are your steps for today? What do you average? And then he's like, step it up. And people are talking about, and they're all talking about that. And so he's asking people what their steps are. And so he decides he's going to come up with this thing called the Walkstar competition. And he said, and it's sponsored by Raycon, okay? And Raycon is these AirPods, they're not AirPods, but earphones, and wireless phones. And he talks in there, when you go down here, halfway through it says Raycon, and then it has the link, today to get 15% off your Raycon order. Oh, it doesn't even say anything. Underneath there, it says sponsor the Shane Dawson podcast. So it doesn't even say that it's a sponsorship. It just says Raycon, okay? So he did not disclose this appropriately at all. And they're actually, and it is a sponsorship because they're giving $5,000 to the winner of this. And every month, Shane Dawson, whoever is like posts this on Instagram, you have to post your steps, okay, with your step app. And whoever gets the most, he's going to pay them $500 each, okay? Now, the FTC guidelines, all that kind of stuff, we'll save that for another day. He knows better than that. Shane Dawson is somebody that always discloses. He knows better. I don't know why he's not doing it on his podcast. But anyway, besides that, I was like watching this, and it's over like 3 different podcasts, okay? The first one is, well, I might have these out of order. Celebrity Conspiracy Theories, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, and Chappell Roan. This is from 2 months ago. The other one was Pop Culture Conspiracy Theories, Ariana Grande, TJ Maxx, and Spotify Industry Plans. That's from 2 months ago. Domino's Conspiracy Investigation. That's from 2 months ago. And those are all the ones where he talks about it in, okay? I think he keeps on updating it more recently. He's talked about it, a lot of them. But in there, he's talking about his steps, and he's talking about how much, whatever, and getting people excited. I was like, I love this, okay? I love that he's doing this. I have movie clubs. I have book clubs. I like anything that gets your audience together. I just had somebody reach out to me on Cameo the other day, and they were like asking me for advice and whatever, just based on personal experience. And they're like, I live in a really isolated area. Like, what's a way for me to like meet new people? And I was like, you got to be real careful because there's a lot of crazy people out there that hide behind fake accounts and stuff like that. But if you, there's a lot of ways to like meet people online and like Facebook groups for gardening or crafting or whatever. This would be a really good way that Shane Dawson is pulling his audience together, okay? And usually I would look at this and be like, this is a marketing tactic. If anybody else did this, I would be like, this is a marketing tactic. But other than sponsoring the podcast and giving somebody $5,000, it's not like him talking about it a lot is going to make him that much money off of it. You can tell that Shane Dawson is really passionate about this walking thing, okay? He calls it an addiction. I call it passion. I think sometimes in our society, we confuse passion. We misunderstand passion for addiction sometimes, right? I'm not talking about drugs and alcohol. I'm talking about with other things. And so I was real inspired by this. I was like, I live for this. I love that he's doing this. I love that he's getting his audience together to do this walking championship. And then people are saying that it's Ozempic and all this kind of stuff. So what if it was, okay? That's his personal choice, right? And I know that people have issues with it, but this is one of the reasons why people don't feel comfortable coming out and sharing that they're on Ozempic, because then people will be like, oh, it was real easy for them to be on. That choice alone to go on Ozempic or semaglutide is not an easy choice. It wasn't for me, and I don't think it is for anybody else. The maintenance of it and also the things that you have to do while you're on it, I've had friends of mine that have been on it. It's not easy. It's not like you just take a shot and the weight falls off. It's not like that. Yes, things happen, like you eat less, but you have to like make lifestyle changes while you're doing it, or you're not going to keep it off long term. But it doesn't seem like that's the case with him. It seems like the case, I'm telling you right now, when I was walking a lot, I was eating pretty healthy, but I was eating things I wanted to eat. I was maintaining my weight or losing my weight. If he is truly walking 40 to 70,000 steps a day, 40 to 70,000 steps a day. I mean, on his Instagram story last night, I looked, it's probably still up here. Hold on a second. I just pulled it up, and he's got a candle, and the candle is called, I thought this was kind of cute. The candle's called Smells Like She's Hitting 20,000 Steps. But then you can see, he's on his treadmill walking. Like, he's really passionate and inspired about this. And I'm like, I love this. I love that he's bringing his passion about something to YouTube, you know? And this is for me where even if that doesn't get tons of attention, he's helping one or two people out there. And I know that this is going to sound crazy because people want me to hate Shane Dawson. But in watching all of this and seeing him, I was kind of like, thank you, Shane. Like, you lit the fire under my ass that I think I needed. Because I'm like, if Shane, and this is what I love about this authenticity on YouTube, there's a lot of moments where I think Shane Dawson and other people out there are, you know, disingenuous and they're not authentic. But in this moment, Shane Dawson's excited about this. He's really there's a glow, there's a sparkle in his eyes that he seems happy again, and he's excited about this. And that, not just the weight loss, but his excitement and talking about it. I was watching all this stuff last night, and I was like, damn. Like, he looks good. He looks healthy. He looks happy. I want that. And if he's doing this walking, I can do the same thing too. And he's inspiring people, you know? And it's not with some huge 5-part series. It's not with this great editing. Who knew that this moment that maybe Shane Dawson needed to reach some people was by sharing an experience of him getting excited about walking and losing weight. They even talk in there about now he wants to take walks in the evening with Rylan, and Rylan's always wanted that. And Shane makes some joke and is like, well, not for romantic reasons, but it's kind of this cute back and forth between Rylan and Shane. You know, the fact that he's now walking with Rylan in the evenings and they're having fun doing that. I like to walk alone because I like to listen to my AirPods. My neighbor next door, we're going to start walking together, but I'm going to do my walk and then we're going to walk together just socially. But, you know, I love that about that. And he's sharing authentically about it. And I was like, you know what? Like, this is a move in the right direction, I think, for Shane to really latch onto something. And then he turned it into this moment for his audience where he's like, let's give somebody $5,000. I'm going to pay you $500 a month. And I know people are going to be like, well, that's nothing for Shane Dawson, but it's something for somebody else. $500 is a lot for somebody else. You know, I thought this was a nice moment. You know, my job as a drama commentary channel is to look at these things, but listen, when a nice moment happens, I want to give it credit, and I like this. He inspired me, and if he inspired me, then I know he's inspiring other people out there that love him. And I've always said this to anybody that shares a recovery story, their coming out story, anything about their life, marriage counseling, going through hard times in their life. I've always said this to other YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, however they define themselves, influencers, digital creators, however they define. I've always said, if you impact one person positively, you've done your job. Shane Dawson impacted me positively with this. And he's going to get me out there walking again. So he's done his job. And I love this. And no, I'm not going to enter the competition. I'm not going to do all that. And not because I hate Shane Dawson, you know, but because leave that for somebody else. But it hit its mark with me. And I'm happy about that. So I like this with Shane Dawson, you know. And I wish that we didn't live in a world where somebody has something positive happen to it and we have to turn it into something nasty always. You know, it's always that. You know, it's not like he did this palette release and it's cash grab 2.0. He's doing something to better himself, you know? And that's not to say that my next video, he won't come out and do something problematic and I'll be here sitting here talking about it. But in this moment, I'm impressed with this. I really am. And I'm happy for him. And he and Rylan seem happier together in their exchange, you know? I'm happier for him. And, yeah. And I think he should be able to post more pictures with him and his kids if he wants to. Maybe he doesn't want to show their faces and stuff, but he can show background pictures of them. It's interesting because the picture that he showed, I have a picture that my mom actually turned into a painting of my dad holding me in 31 Flavors ice cream in Chicago. I was born in Chicago. I was actually, well, my parents lived in Evanston, because my dad did his medical residency at Northwestern. And so it's in Chicago, and it's at 31 Flavors ice cream store. And my mom took a picture through the window of my dad holding me, and it looks almost exactly like that picture. I think it's a really sweet picture of him. So, yeah, congratulations, Shane. This is a good moment for you. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.